Okay, now we are going to be starting the part 2 of the investigations for the adventure of the unbreakable speckled band. Let's go! 9th January, SS Buria, first class cabin, passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door, clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Okay, now what are we gonna do? I can't converse with anyone. But I examine the sailor. I really wish we had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Oh, no. Definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I'll show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand. Jeez Louise. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. Okay, is there any way to get out of here? That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. I guess I have to go back to the cabin. Wait. Yeah, I'll go back to the cabins. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama. Oh, wait. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Okay, let us move into the first class. Oh no, sorry, Kazuma's cabin. 9th January. This is Buria, first class cabin number 1. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Wait. Examine. Okay, there's a lot of stuff I want to check. Let's talk to this guy. You! Where did you go? Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, T-Man Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into ball and throw him in a cold room. Jesus, man. Phew, he's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Hosonaga. Oh! Oh, you got beaten up. Ah, you're back. Inspector, what happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. Bro, they're just scratches. Bro, you've been bruised and abused. Made by a bear, maybe. And I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate. He told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then tossed me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So there's nothing really. Looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know this is about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh! I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes? Then we can tell you what we have found out. Yes, let's do it. The cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? I guess Hosonaga the ballet fan. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? No, Hosonaga. Now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. But I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. New information. We need it a lot. What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. Wait, not poisoned? His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. But at first, I think they were considering poison. It turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. What? Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but that fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you are welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. Aww. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'll never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. Oh, Hosonaga. The post-mortem report has been entered into the court record. Let's see. Let's see this court record. Examine. Victim, male, Far Eastern, time of death sometime between 1 AM and a little past 2 AM. For the death, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. The great detective. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish was all he... What was all he said? Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. is when he was over there by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? Ah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark. Do you think? Ah, yes, this must be it. Or how could Mr. Sholmes know that shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Suzato-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red then? Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes that they scuffed on the floor? Okay, interesting. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector, you look exhausted. Oh no, well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. No, you did quite a lot, man. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this... What? A heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. What the fuck? Okay. So both of us had a head throb moment. Okay, there's the shoe polish. There's this weird glass thingy. Yeah, I guess I shall... Wait, let me see if I can examine anything. Where Kazuma spent his final moments writing his diary. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruto-san. We will. Okay, this is not check marked. This ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. That speckled band as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Okay, let us move to another area. 9th January, SS Buria, first class cabin 9 January, SS Buria, first class cabin passageway. Ah! Look, Naruto-san! Teamman Stroganoff has gone! Strong enough? Oh! The burly Russian... I finally got his name. The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arm and glaring at us. All those Russian names are impossible to remember. La 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 la. Detective? Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. La 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 la. I did it, the great detective. Way. Oh, I don't know the song. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely. Before that, Stringy Knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. Okay, let's go and move inside Miss Pavlova's cabin. Oh, the thing is open. The case. 9 January, SS Buria, first class cabin number 2. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Wait, I've been thinking they both have their Inspector Hosonaga and Renosuke both have their heads throbbing. So did the ship like maybe I don't know, they some kind of alarm happened which made them stop. And like because it stopped, like all these books have fallen down in one side. And maybe they were sleeping and then they hit their head on something and that caused their throbbing. I don't know. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Sato-san? Oh, where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Aww. Really? You believe me? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san, by ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Okay, let us examine. Let's examine these jugs. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that Russians are very thirsty people. Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'll lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? Why are we fighting? Even the plate is down. That's what. Even the plate is down, and I don't know if the glass plates, but if it's like the normal like plastic kind of plates or metal plates, then they could be on the floor for some reason. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? Yeah, they're saying it's deliberately, so if it can't fall deliberately. What, a leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is gonna sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Then let's see. Let's see the bin. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Let me have a little look and see what's been thrown away. Naruhodo-san? It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Those eyes. She's looking at... Bro, I'm on a murder trial, okay? Please. I'm gonna be deported. I'm gonna be ported into Hong Kong and never be able to see anybody else again. Please. Can we just look through rubbish? However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh well, that's a little disappointing. Oh, are you kidding me? There's nothing? Oh, brother. Let's check the desk. There are just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Oh my god. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. I never would have known that, Suzato. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. My god. Let's see the case. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, he was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret, because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Okay, let's check these. All the books have toppled over together, look. Every single one. You think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? It's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? No. I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet academy? Sorry, company. What academy? What am I saying? Alright then. Must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. But everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Will something come out? Nope. Okay. Let's check this. Ah yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS board has rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. A special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. She's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. Let's hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yes, so do I. Okay. What's in this bag? Naruto-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Oh my god. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could have fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. And then we have... Okay, there's a wardrobe. Can I not look at the bag? Let's do this. There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. She barely hesitated there and she gave it a good tug too. Nobody's coming. Unless... No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. You don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Okay, and let's check this. This ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Ah, maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Is there anything else I can check? The cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that a cabin door has. With the bolts drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. Wait, did something happen on the ship that it made it tilt? So if it tilts, maybe it comes off? I guess? That's a very loose bolt then. It's sealed up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Did I move? Let us move. There must be something that we haven't seen. Oh! Here! I was searching for somebody. Sherlock Sholmes. That's Mrs. Sholmes, look! Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. La 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 la, I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew. Oh, he's singing My Way. Oh my god, that's why I was saying this is familiar. But he's singing My Way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew. When the yard, it's some of the lyrics are changed, of course. When the yard bit off more than it was something like that. I forgot the thing. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her love was about. Excuse me. I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! Oh my god. Oh. What the fuck? What is it? You wanna fight him? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing and I was about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never gonna stop, so I figured now is as good as oh my god! So I figured now is as good as time as any. I very nearly dropped you on the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? Jesus, Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Sholmes, you seemed to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewmen who are usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report, nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? There has to be something after 2 a.m. Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman stands sentry in this first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Oh! Nothing to report? Precisely! But put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when, nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. You mean... He's hiding something? Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Okay, thank you. That's interesting. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is. I see. What makes Sholmes brilliant. My god, this guy. Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. You have it as well? Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Zato-san? You seem lost in thought. Just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, have had something of a headache. Sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? How did we all hit our head, man? I'm still thinking that something happened to make the ship move and like we were sleeping and then we were like unconsciously hit our head on the wall or something. I can't think of anything else. Ding 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 ding. Ah! What's that? Oh my god. Somebody alarmed. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter mile before. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands, brace for impact. I think that's what happened. We hit our head or something. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? Yes, yes. See, I can't stand. Suzato-san, hold on to me. What? I knew it. I knew it. Suzato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. It makes so much more sense. It looks like we avoided collision. I think... Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Oh shit. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door quickly. Ah! Ah, what, the bolt? Bro, I've been saying correct! Holy shit! I predicted that! The door's bolted. Did you do that, Suzato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I'll better tidy this place up first. Our violent emergency stop has solved one mystery at least in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Shit, man. Oh, God. Oh, no. That means I was right, man. I was actually right. Oh, my God. But the only problem with that thing I was having I was like debating on this was because I was like, if a ship like goes full stop, why will it tilt? I don't get it. Like, but I shouldn't think too deeply because this is again an Ace Attorney game and there are weird stuff that happens. But I was thinking more realistically, if like a ship stops, it would just like kind of, I don't know, maybe I don't know anything about ships, but I assume that it would just rock back and forth instead of like tilting that much that it starts thing. Or maybe it does tilt. I don't really know. I'm not a ship expert. I have no clue. In fact, I'm scared of ships, so I don't even want to know that much.